Welcome everyone, it is Bulldog, and we got some big news this week as the Invennium side of Splinterlands has unveiled Arcade Colony. This is their big project where they are essentially going to be a publisher for games in various different aspects. And their first game is just around the corner in Karts. So we're gonna talk about that. Now, the first thing I want to say, because I've seen this comment 1,000 times already, oh, this is just a distraction for Splinterlands. They're spreading themselves too thin. Again, all of these comments. Remember that Splinterlands essentially split off into two different companies. You have Splinterlands, and then you have Invennium. And Invennium is what's called a wholly owned subsidiary of Splinterlands. It's still owned by Splinterlands, but Invennium is essentially its own company, its own separate thing. Other than being owned by Splinterlands, it's distinct. It is different. It is a separate company from Splinterlands, the game. So this has nothing to do with Splinterlands the game, other than being owned by Splinterlands the company. So no, this is not taking away from anything on the actual Splinterlands side of anything. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't understand all the legal technicality and everything. The best way to explain that. So yeah, you get the point. You get the point. Hopefully you get the point, right? Let's move on. Arcade Colony is basically going to be like an Epic Games Store, Google Play Store, Steam, things like that, but on a whole nother level. They're going to allow games to come and publish on the platform, but they can do so much more than that. They can actually integrate the Colony token. It's going to have its own token. You can have the Invennium, you can have Arcade Colony design your own economy, participate in the economy, or you can just sell NFTs on there. There's actually, if we script through here, there is different levels of engagement that games can participate in. It can just be a directory listing that just shows you on the site, not actually participating in the economy at all. You could just use the marketplace. You can take a Web 2 game and add NFTs to it. And you could sell those NFTs through the Arcade Colony shops and participate that way. You can be a reward partner and make players in your game eligible for the Colony token, the governance token for Arcade Colony. You can be a partner, you can be an Invennium partner, where Invennium can come in and essentially build out your whole economy for you. And this is what this is a great way for Web 2 games to enter Web 3. It even talks about, for the first time, a game that's already been launched in Web 2 and had a successful run can revive themselves as a Web 3 game. That would be pretty cool to see that. So, and this is something that I've talked about before. I do not want to predict how much success Arcade Colony, how much success Invennium is going to have with this as far as attracting games to come to their platform, because it's something that I'm just not knowledgeable at. I have no idea. And there are lots of publishers that are going to be fighting for things like this. Arcade Colony is doing it in a very unique way than a lot of the others. A lot of us are more just focusing on the NFT marketplace. And the listing the games, kind of the directory listing, the marketplace listing is mainly what I've seen most of the other Web3 launchers focusing on. So Arcade Colony is really taking it to another level here from their competition. But being a game publisher is where the real ceiling is at here in Web3 with games. Splinterlands is great. I obviously love Splinterlands. This has so much more upside than Splinterlands. It is going to be extremely difficult for a company to come in and develop a game that lasts for decades, or being able to churn out game after game and have success with that. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying there can't be tremendous upside there. But there is so much more upside having other people develop the games and run and acting as a publisher. So much more upside there. And that's really what makes this intriguing for me. can they recruit games? Can they recruit successful games to come in and be a part of this? Because if they can, this thing is going to be insane, absolutely insane. And it goes into more detail here. The token system, gonna feel very similar to Splinterlands. You've got your dual token economy, where you have script is equivalent to your DEC or your GLUSD, if we want to go with the Genesis League sports side. Colony is equivalent to SPS or GLX. That's the governance token. So script's going to be a stable coin. Colony is going to be the fluctuating governance token. Script is what gets used on the marketplace. Colony is typically going to be what you earn in the game. Here's the distribution. A much longer release schedule. High percentage of play to earn rewards. That's what we want, right? That's exactly what we want. Does say that it's subject to change. But okay, let's get on to the good stuff. Let's get on to what I'm participating in. First, we're gonna talk about the fork and the opportunities here, and we're gonna talk about Moon Karts, the first game that I've gotten to play, I've gotten to try. We're gonna have some gameplay here. Gameplay! All right, sorry. Squirrel. Okay. Airdrop and fork. So, my notes up here, 1 billion with a B, billion tokens for the fork and airdrop. What they're gonna do is they are going to fork the GLS system, essentially. So the fork is going to reward accounts that stake GLX and GLS. Sorry, stake GLX on the GLS platform and that whole GLUSD. So again, GLUSD is the stablecoin, GLX is the governance token. If you have those staked, you are going to receive a matching quantity in Colony or Script. You can also get this via the liquidity pools as well. You do need to have a minimum of 10,000 GLX or 100 GLUSD. So if you have these staked, you are actually going to get a matching quantity. And this is, when I say on the title, I said get free packs. This is how you have the opportunity to get free packs right now. If you go buy, or if you already have it, whatever the case is. Now I know I said free packs and then immediately said go buy. Bear with me. And there is going to be some risk involved here. But if you can get 100 GLUSD, you are then going to receive a copy of 100 scripts. So if you are planning on, okay, I want to go buy $200 in Mooncart packs that I can buy with script. Well, go buy $200 worth of GLUSD. You will get your $200 in script that you can buy for the packs, and you don't lose your GLUSD. You still keep that. You can then spend that script and still have that GLUSD. Sell that back if you want, and you get free packs. That is what I am doing. Can we go over to the liquidity here? Let's go over to the liquidity pools. My positions. I'm getting aggressive with this. The one that I'm participating in is the DEC GLUSD pool because I was holding about $8,000 worth of DEC. Sorry, gotta move that up. And I'm slowly converting it over. I own 16% of this pool right now. There's going to be a lot more people jumping into this pool to get this free GLUSD. And so I actually think this is a bad decision to fork this because it's going to make it hard to maintain that peg of $1. I think it's going to hurt GLUSD as well. But the great thing is, if you're doing this, there is so much room for error here, for that value to go down, that I don't think I'm actually going to get double my value here. But I think I'm going to get significant value. And we can use an impermanent loss calculator to look at this, okay? So let's just go look at examples. The easiest way for me to explain it is to go look at examples. Okay, let's go over, here I was messing with this a little bit. Okay, so DEC Oh, didn't mean to get rid of that. DEC is pretty close to peg right now. We're gonna say it's at peg. GLUSD is at peg. So what my fear is that everybody's buying into this GLUSD right now, right? But as soon as the snapshot is taken, where if we come back, when is the snapshot again? Airdrop and fork, February 26th is when there's a snapshot. So what I'm worried is that as soon as the snapshot happens, everybody's then gonna sell that GLUSD, right? So GLUSD is going to go down. And we're gonna start off with a loss. So let's say it goes down. Well, let's be kind of extreme here, okay? Let's say it goes down to 50% of peg value, which would be a major drop for a stable coin. Well, we'll be starting off with, and this gives you an example. If you're starting off with $1,000, we would have lost $300 on the snapshot day. But we would be getting $1,000 worth of script while it's at peg. If it's only at 30% of peg, we actually come out ahead. If GLUSD drops to 50% of peg and script is only worth 30% of peg, when we sell it, we're still good. That's how much room for error there is. So what if, let's say GLUSD drops down to 75% of peg. That means we're gonna lose $140 on the snapshot. If script, and remember that there's gonna be an immediate sale for Mooncart packs that you can use that script for. So there's gonna be an immediate place to spend that and demand for that. I don't know how many packs they're gonna sell. I don't know how much of this they can absorb, but there will be immediate demand. But let's say it's at 80% of peg value. That's over $1,600. That's a 60% ROI just during this month that we're doing this. It's a pretty good return. That's why you're seeing me stack up tons of this right here. Because what's my play? I'm gonna come in here and I'm going to get as much of this script as I can. I'm gonna sell off enough script to cover the loss from the decrease in GLUSD. And now in a perfect world, there is no loss, but I think there's going to be some here. I think this is really gonna hurt the GLUSD and depeg it a little bit. If nothing, then great. I don't have to sell it. The script's all free money. But I'm probably gonna sell off that. I'll probably sell off a little bit to take a little bit of profit, stick it in Hive Back Dollar. I'll have a video on why I'm doing that. My Hive Back Dollar coming up soon. Take a little bit of profit, and then have a bunch of script left over where I can just be a whale in the arcade colony system over here, and it'll be house money, and I can just go do whatever I want to do for fun as a player, not worrying about, is this going to go down in value, whatever the case is. I can just go have fun with it, buy whatever I want to buy, just do what I want to do, and anything when I'm done playing, anything I cash out, it'll just be extra, just be profit, and can kind of play in the new system stress-free. I like to say that. I mean, even when it's house money, you end up stressing about it sometimes at points, but much less than if I was to go take $500 out of the bank and put it in this and say, okay, let's see what profit we can do and play the game and all that. So I'm just gonna then treat that as house money, and that's my strategy. And I'm an idiot influencer who posts my strategy on YouTube, where all of you guys can come copy it and help drive GLUSD price down even further and make my play not as good. But hey, I have fun with this. I have fun with it. Okay, so I'm that confident that worst case that we're not going to lose. But there's always that risk. It is always possible. Maybe GLUSD crashes and it goes to 20% of peg. And Scripton's up 40% to peg, and then we lose $200 off, and we lose 20%. I don't want to tell you guys there's no risk with it. So what do I want to do with those to start out with? We want to go participate in Moon Karts. That's what we want to do. Moon Karts, who will be having their sale, pre-sale at the end of February. And it is a racing game. It is a Mario Kart style racing game. But you don't need to read about it. You can see the gameplay behind me. I gotta jump on yesterday and play a little bit for the first time. And going up against people who've been playing a few hours earlier, I got smoked. Aggro was not shy at all to shout out on Twitter that he kicked my butt. That's okay, Aggro. I'm gonna gain a little more experience, get a little more practice. I have years of Mario Kart experience. It's with a controller though, using the AWSD keys. It took me a minute. I've got to adjust to that, okay? But I'm gonna catch you, Aggro. I'm going to. There was somebody in the Discord that actually went and paired their controller to those buttons. It's not available, at least at the moment. It's not available in game as far as in-game controller support, but it can program your controller to that. And they were playing it like that. I might have to do that to get back in my back on a controller here. But this is a browser-based game, so it just runs on a simple browser. And I mean, I had fun playing it. I did have fun playing it. The power-ups and everything are certainly a little different. I had to get used to those and figure out what they do. It's not a Mario Kart. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, this is as fun as Mario Kart. It's that quality. It's not, but it's still fun. And once you introduce an economy behind it, for a lot of us here, that's huge, right? Part of what we love about Splinterlands is also playing the market and upgrading things that way, and being able to bring that over to Moon Kart and play in an arcade style racing game. I think we've got some potential to have some fun here. So that's why I'm playing these airdrops, these forks. By the way, I skipped past the airdrops, didn't I? We got so into the forks that the rest of that 1 billion colony tokens is an airdrop to SPS and GLX holders over 5 years. So if you have SPS or GLX, you're gonna get some colony if you're staking it. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how this turns out. I hope it goes well so that we can attract some other games and get people not only over to the arcade colony, to Invennium, get them over to Hive as well. There's actually a lot of cool things on Hive, but nobody uses it. So is that going to be a barrier to this? I don't know. Hive's actually pretty easy to get signed up for, pretty easy to use. But a lot of people in Web3 they're so stuck to their chains, right? I want a game on this chain. I want a game on that chain. It was like an Xbox PS5 battle, and your PlayStation fanboys won't play a game if it's on Xbox. Oh, it's crap if it's on Xbox. Like you get that type of thing with chains too. And Hive's just not a big chain. So we'll see if that's going to be a barrier or not. But one way or another, this is going to be fun. Okay, and I can't wait. So let me know. Am I crazy for pouring all this money into the fork? What's everybody's play going to be? Let me know in the comments below. Don't be afraid to share. I got on here and shared. You can share as well. Let us all know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in there playing Moon Karts.